is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I hope you guys missed us because I know you guys enjoyed last week's episode with our very, very first guest, Jojo and Antonio.
Let me tell y'all, it was such an amazing and fun episode to film. There is such a vibe. It was so much fun. So obviously, thank you to them for even being a part of our podcast. And I really do hope that you guys really enjoyed it. We did see a lot of the positive comments in the comment section in the previous episode. And
so
honestly,
thank you guys so much for all the love. We actually didn't get a chance to talk about it on last week's episode because we had our guest and we just didn't really want to talk about us. But our podcast has changed dramatically.
What do you guys think about it? Honestly, I really do enjoy it. I feel like there's something that we were trying to aim for a while, but we just really didn't do it because, as you guys have heard or us mentioning, that the curtains are too in. So we kind of had to push them out a lot more just so the edges won't hit a curtain. And honestly, we succeeded.
Yes.
We literally did it. I'm so happy, and I feel like we're kind of more in the middle of the sign because I know you guys remember that the sign was always a little bit off, not in the middle, but this time it is. So I don't know. I'm really liking this. I feel very more liberated, more spacious, more free. I could literally twerk on here.
No, but for reals, you guys, literally the set kind of came about very last minute when Jojo and Antonio were literally outside the door.
Bitch, 15 minutes prior, bitch.
15 minutes. Tell me why I came into this podcast room and Irma had already cleaned up and everything.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the set and I was like, I don't know. I just can't see
the guest sitting
set.
like
that.
It's
like sitting like this. It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Claustrophobic.
Not looking at you guys and then having to just look across each other.
Yeah.
And I literally made it possible in less than 15 seconds. I was like, Irma, pass me a book.
Yes.
Irma, pass me clamps. Irma, move the couches like this. Irma, help me with the wires and everything.
Dude.
Yes, we had such a breakdown 15 minutes before they got here. Even cuando llegaron aquí, we weren't done. Estaba todo sudado. And when meeting them, since I was so nervous and I was so tired of fixing the podcast, I was all drenched.
Overall, it was a definitely success. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. It just brightens out everything. And we're actually using 2 lights this time.
Yes.
So it's a lot more brighter and just, I don't know. I just feel very liberated here. And it's just very exciting.
We are thinking about bringing a lot more guests. So comment down below your favorite TikToker.
Yes.
And if TikTok does get banned, comment your favorite Instagrammer.
Yes, Instagrammer, YouTuber, whoever else does podcasts, you guys tag them down below or let us know. Hit us a DM or lo que sea. We are doing our best to also communicate with other people that we would love to have on here as well. So you will be seeing them very, very soon. It's just going to take a little time with scheduling and everything. But overall, I'm very, very excited to have more guests now with this new setup. It's just going to be so much more easier and it's just going to be more fun and stuff. So excited.
Yes, you guys. But how are you guys? I know that with everything going on around the world, it has been a really rough one. And I feel like we are here to kind of lighten up the mood a little bit, kind of distract you guys from everything that is going on. And of course, we cannot neglect what is going on, but we are here to at least entertain you and to give you a little bit of joy while the world is literally burning. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But let me tell you guys a little bit about what's been going on. I feel like we haven't given you guys a proper update from the very last time that we were on here, which was New Year's Eve, Christmas time. We still have the Christmas stuff. But my mom's birthday just passed and she just turned 42 years old.
Girl, she looks young.
Dude, sometimes ni me recuerdo how old my mom is because I'm like, girl, I think you're 35 or something.
Yes, dude, low-key, not gonna lie. I'm like, wait, is she still in her 30s?
People still confuse my stepdad and my mom. They always think my stepdad is a lot older, but my stepdad's younger.
You know what? That's crazy. He really is.
My mom's a whole ass cougar.
Wait, what's her... Bitch. Wait, what's their age difference?
I think Lise is about to hit 40.
Oh,
so
wow.
he's 39 and then my mom's 42.
That's actually not that bad. I was thinking like, fuck it, 6 years.
No. It's only like 3 years apart.
Only
Yeah,
3 years apart. That's actually not that bad. I'm surprised because normally, like, for me personally, I go for older men, you know? But probably your mom thought that he was like older maybe
at the
too.
time, maybe. So
That's
uno nunca
probably
sabe.
why.
Or maybe
But,
my mom likes him a little younger. Uno nunca
you
sabe.
never know, honey.
But yeah,
We're
dude,
fresh.
we had a really good time. I surprised my mom with like a bouquet of flowers that were blue and white.
Gorgeous.
And I have actually never gotten my mom something like that. So I was super excited to get that for her. I feel like last year no cumplí con muchos de los promises that I gave my mom for her birthday. So I felt really bad. And this time around, I was like, you know what? Like, I know I have the time. So I'm going to complete whatever I didn't complete last year. I feel like also I really did go all out for my mom's 40th birthday.
Oh, for sure,
So
babe.
I
You
feel
threw
like
a whole party.
Yes, it was a whole ass pachanga at my house, and she had a really good time. So I feel like I felt a little gastado
When
for
it
my
came
mom's
around
birthday. Yeah,
again,
the second time around. But this time around, I also did take her to go do some Botox. My mom loves to get Botox. Like, my mom has this really harsh line like in the middle, and I feel like if I never got Botox at the age of 18, I would have had that really harsh line. And my mom hates that too, so she also hates it because of her makeup. So I also decided to take her there because I didn't want her to feel like that for her birthday. And we're just planning like a cute little dinner on Saturday. We're going to like this winery and restaurant.
Oh my god, really? Wait, who's driving that day?
No, I'm driving because I'm just gonna have like a
wine.
just a glass. Like, I don't really want to.
Fuck, bitch, it's a winery, and you know damn well we're wine connoisseurs,
I've
babe.
been drinking a lot that like I just can't get.
You're kind of
you know that I'm a little over it.
Watch when he's at the restaurant. Vas a ver.
No, I said I'll have one wine, just like a little nice savory wine with my steak.
Well, I guess me and your mom are gonna get drunk as fuck. We're gonna be the ones dancing on the dance floor.
Yes, do it.
And honestly, you guys,
do it. Get drunk.
Yeah, no,
that's
honestly,
what my mom wants.
She really does. And overall, even going back to the Botox, she has been wanting Botox for a while too.
Yes, dude. See me, I felt bad because she had kept asking for a while.
Because last year that's what she wanted. She wanted Botox, but unfortunately, you know, it couldn't happen at that moment. And now that she finally got it, I'm pretty sure she's feeling like a baddie. She's feeling fresh and everything. So I'm really, really excited to celebrate her birthday. But overall, besides the birthdays going on, tell me why everybody's getting fucking sick.
Yeah, you guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? For the second time in a row, I'm sick. And low-key, I don't even know whose fucking fault it was.
Same.
And low-key, I've just been very mocoso lately. If you guys don't know, well, now you know that after you get your nose job, a lot of people don't say this, but you get very fucking mocoso. Like, my mucus, when I blow it out, you think that it would just be a layer, like right here, like a cute little,
it's
like a little kiss. No, bitch, it'll fucking go all the way down here, bitch. Y me da tan asco, but that's why I'm like super congested right now. So if you guys hear me right now, yes, I'm a little congested, disgusting. Pero if you guys are sick too, take your NyQuil.
Yes.
No se te olvide.
Medication.
Wear a fucking mask. Because I don't feel like people wear masks anymore.
And you know
I didn't go out. When I get sick, I don't go out because I don't want to get people sick. Like, girl, like, I'm trying to prevent that because I'm not trying to get sick either.
I'm not trying to get sick. And then either way, like, when going to fucking like fiestas, lo que sea, if you're sick, stay the fuck home, please. Stay home.
Yes.
I honestly can't handle being sick. This is also my second time getting sick in the past like month, to be honest, or even less. I recovered, and then a week later I got sick again. Now Alan started getting sick first, but I don't know who got him sick. So once he got sick, then I got sick first somehow, well, second somehow, and then that's when Danny got sick.
Well, no, you and me got sick around the same time.
You know what? It was like a 2-day difference.
No, like one day.
Oh,
it's just because, like, remember, because the day that you felt your worst was the day that I was like super busy, and then the next day I was feeling at my worst. Because I feel like when you're super busy a certain day, like you're so mentally focused about that you're super busy.
You're wired, like,
you're wired. Your body doesn't have a chance to like be like, okay, you gotta chill. You're sick.
You need to rest.
Yeah. So then it te pega con un putazo the next day that you're like,
it's bad.
Fuck, I was sick. I should have chilled the fuck the day before.
One tip that I do say, and I actually always tell Alan and Danny this, is whenever you're sick, always avoid cold beverages. Now, later in a bit, we are probably going to have a cold beverages, so that's just an excuse. But I highly recommend teas. Teas are a lifesaver. Honestly, I think teas help a lot because obviously it reduces the inflammation. And personally for me, I have my tonsils in. So when I feel like I'm sick, my throat is hella hurting, bitch. Like sometimes when I'm sick, it's gotten to the point where I've gotten bronchitis and I literally had to fucking get like a whole inhaler and everything. It's just so bad. But literally, guys, I'm just glad that we're already finally getting over this fucking sickness. There's a lot of viruses going on like right now. This is only basic information that I saw on TikTok, which was like the norovirus. There was a fucking bird flu going on.
But I feel like there's always like a virus
something.
or something.
But también, California is actually the first state to mandate masks again.
Oh, well, declare like a state of emergency
they declared a
for
state of
the illness or whatever.
Yeah, literally. So, like, I'm just kind of confused of what exactly it is because I'm like, girl, everybody around is literally getting really, really sick. And it's getting a little annoying, girl, because we just want to live our day-to-day life like normally and not just be at home resting, girl. We need to get shit done. That's what we need to do.
That's what the new year was for, girl.
Literally, dude. And starting off the new year already sick is not good news. So, with that being said, it's okay. We're finally getting recovered and everything. Hopefully, I don't sound as congested, but you guys let me know. I hope not, because I don't want to. But it's okay. It is totally.
It's playoff time, and you know what that means. Time to spice things up with PrizePicks, the best daily fantasy platform out there. Irma, you've got that big football energy, right?
Claro que sí, Danny. I'm all about turning my hot takes into cold hard cash. With PrizePicks, it's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on player stats, like will Lamar Jackson throw more than 250 passing yards? What do you think, Danny?
I'm saying more because Lamar's been on fire. And you know what else is on fire? PrizePicks Taco Tuesday promo, where they discount players' projection by 25%. You can't go wrong with that.
And don't forget the flex play feature. So even if one of your picks doesn't hit, you can still double your money. PrizePicks really looks out for their players.
Facts, and they make it easy to get your winnings fast, like 15 minutes fast. No waiting around, like when Irma decides what to eat for dinner.
Hi, Danny. Rude, but true. Anyways, here's the deal. Download the PrizePicks apps today and use code LTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, $50 guaranteed. Repeat that, Danny.
You heard her. Download the app now and use the code LTP to get $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. So what are you waiting for? PrizePicks, run your game.
And run it like us because we're always winning. PrizePicks, run your game.
But before we move on to the comments, because you guys had a lot to say on last week's episode and the week before,
yes,
let's move on to
Sip of the Week.
The fuck? Now for this week's drink, Irma actually got our drinks yesterday because we were supposed to film yesterday, but unfortunately estaba todo enfermo. And we actually got some espressos. I don't understand why I already had my coffee and I decided to do another fucking cold brew. I just don't understand. But yes, we decided to get coffee again.
This coffee here, guys, is from a spot called Cafe in Coffee Co. And it is literally a hole in the wall. It was so cute inside. And mind you guys, when I went, there was only 2 workers. That's how small it was,
damn,
dude. But it was very aesthetically pleasing. I love it. And when I smelled it right now, low-key smells really good.
So bomb. Yeah, low-key.
Really good. So I just know damn well that it's going to taste really, really good.
And I low-key like their lids.
Yes,
I like when they have like stoppers like that.
Agreed.
Okay,
So let's try it out.
And let us know what drinks you guys would like us to try on next week's episode.
Yes.
You guys are always our suggestions.
Exactly. And don't forget to get your drinks too, or food or whatever too, honey.
Don't make me drink alone. Don't make me drink alone. Oh, wow. That's really clean.
Wow. That is the most fresh. Like, not the. Well, I mean, it is still fresh because I just got it yesterday, but that's so smooth.
Yeah, it is
I
for
love
what it is for yesterday.
You could taste how intense the coffee is.
I
too.
love it.
It's a dark roast. I could tell. Ah. I could tell. I know my coffees.
It's bomb.
And they have one in Anaheim and in Tustin. So, and if you guys want to give it a try, they also have little cute sweets like zucchini bread and like banana bread, croissant.
And I low-key liked it a lot. So here is their Instagram at Cafe in Cafe Co.
Yes, we'll leave it right here too, so you guys won't misspell it because there's a few double words in there. You guys won't see it. But
let's move on to the comment. The first comment is from Ali Baby. Such a great episode. Love the reflection of the year and yourselves. Most people could never to themselves acknowledge that they need to grow, etc. You both did with an audience who can and will judge. Very proud of you both and love the podcast. It brought laughs and positive vibes in my life. Happy New Year.
yes, and I love to hear that because it is true that there could be people that just go on with their day-to-day lives and don't start the new year fresh and don't do a lot of like evaluation with themselves. And I feel like that's something that each individual needs to learn and do and process just so you could just improve yourself as an individual. Like, who doesn't want to improve themselves?
Not only that, I feel like I'm the type of person that is like, take accountability for your actions.
Yeah.
I also believe in manifestation. So I am going to sit here and tell you guys, if I'm a fucking lazy piece of shit, I'm going to fucking be like that. I'm going to say that.
Exactly.
I'm going to be like, I'm a lazy piece of shit and I need to get up and fucking work. That's what in my head I need to say to myself in order for me to better myself, is take accountability of what I'm doing right now so that I can better myself. Because at the end of the day, I don't want anybody to tell me, oh, you're a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
I would rather say that to myself and take accountability for my actions and never have that be somebody's way to offend me. I don't want anybody to have that around me. I'm not saying I'm a lazy piece of shit. I'm using that as like an example.
Exactly.
So a lot of people, it's very hard for them to take accountability of what they're doing. And you don't even need to say it around people. You could just say it to yourself. One day you got to wake up and say it. Not think it, say it. You got to say it. And every single day you got to say it. If you got to treat yourself bad, do it.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I would treat that little kid bad. I would be like, girl, you fucking lazy ass little kid. You got to grow the fuck up and be something. Anybody could be like, oh, you can't talk to yourself like that. Would you talk to yourself like that if you were like 7 years old?
Hell
Fuck
yeah,
yes.
I would.
Hell yeah. Fuck that kid. Fuck them
fuck
kids.
myself.
There's no right or wrong way to talk to yourself. However, you need to talk to yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to take accountability for your actions.
Oh, 100%. It could be a whole mental situation as well, too. Obviously, we're barely in our mid-25s, and I would say 25, but not. I would say, you know what?
You're 26, girl.
No, I'm going to still say that I'm 25 until I turn 30. I'm not going to lie.
That's
okay?
ugly.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Leave
it
me
is.
alone.
You should
No
appreciate
way.
life.
Anyways.
Life is a full 360.
That's true.
You should love that you grow old. Not a lot of people do that. So
That's true.
don't
Appreciate
say
it.
that.
Okay, I'll stop saying that then.
And-
but honestly though, like I will say, I really do love the fact that I'm even able to talk about my mental situations that I went through the whole year with you guys, even though the type of, comments that we could get. And honestly, at the end of the day, those are the people that don't understand how it is going through a mental battle, especially when you're just learning new things about yourself. Because even back in the years, I didn't really take my mental health like as a priority or anything. But once I realized that it's affecting not only myself, but just like with a lot of situations in like my whole life with friends and family, I was like, no, like I need to do something about it. And I feel like that's one thing that I really do appreciate and love, and I really take to heart, because without going to therapy and without going through this mental game, which it's never gonna end, obviously, like you're still gonna be learning new things every single day. I'm happy that I did, because I don't know where the fuck I'd be right now, to be honest. Just imagine if I never went to fucking therapy.
Mental
dude.
gel.
Yeah, literally a mental gel, dude. Honestly, genuinely, guys, if I didn't go to therapy or anything, I probably wouldn't even be in this position right now. I honestly feel like I would have been like going crazy somewhere else, fucking, I don't know,
Naked at
in
the
a
beach.
ditch, bitch, in a nude beach again or something. But genuinely, guys, like I really do love the fact that I took that on myself to just improve everything. It's still going to be something that I'm going to be learning, and you never stop learning about you and yourself and your mental health, guys. So if you guys haven't taken the opportunity to take care of your mental health or just take care of yourself in general, take this year to be that opportunity, because trust and believe by the end of the year, you're going to learn so much and you're going to be like, damn, I'm so happy that I fucking did that. That's a big accomplishment.
Period.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm just kidding. You swear. But let's move on to the next comment. This comment is from Karen1838. Also, congrats Danny and Irma for giving us a good episode. You guys let them talk, engaged with them perfectly, and asked good questions. Chemistry was chef's kiss.
Oh my God, thank you guys so much.
Yes.
I feel like this week's episode when we had Jojo and Antonio, me and Irma kind of put our interview cap on. And also for some weird reason, if you guys see our script, we have a script where we just kind of have like pointers and stuff like that.
Not a script, but it's more like an outline.
Yeah, like an outline. Yeah. We normally just go back to it to just like ask questions. So if you guys ever see us on our phones, that's the only time that we are on our phones, is just to make sure that we're on track and talking about the things that we want to talk about. But on last week's episode, we had changed the structure completely because we wanted it to be more about our guests than about us. And we had also deleted a lot of our own personal stories so that they can get their stories ahead. And we had to edit it where it made it seem like they were talking all the way through. And if you guys also know, since we have a segment here called How About How, where we talk about news related stuff or stuff about us or just questions in general, How About How was supposed to be part of our interview process, where we are like, well, how about how you have a relationship, or how about how you almost got fired, or how about how you go on this. But I just feel like it just didn't come out as natural as just asking just regular questions and then also just having our regular segments.
Yeah.
So,
and it just felt like it was more conversative like.
Yes.
And I feel like honestly, we just felt so comfortable filming with them. Like honestly, you guys, there was just such a vibe that it just felt like a genuine conversation. Obviously, it's the first time that we meet them in person. We've only seen them online. And so to be able to just have a flow conversation with them on the podcast like that. And yeah, we would ask questions and stuff, but sometimes these questions would just like pop out of random because it's just what you would want to learn more about the person.
I feel like that episode also made us a little bit more confident in asking other creators to come on our podcast, because I feel like back then we weren't so confident in the structure of our podcast that we were kind of like, well, if I don't know what I'm doing and Irma doesn't know what I'm doing, we also don't want to look dumb in front of our guests. So the way that it kind of flowed was perfect. And we also learned a lot about what we need to do in order for us to be a little bit more organized when we have guests. But overall, I feel like it was a really good episode and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yes. So like we said in the beginning of the episode, comment down below, who would you guys like to see on the next podcast?
Now let's move on to the third comment. This is from Hernandez. Life does go so fast. The Bible does say by the time you've lived your full life of being here on earth, it would feel as if it were just 3 long days that just passed by through your whole lifespan. Doesn't matter what age you live to. Happy New Year and cheers to a new beginning and lifetime of happiness, wealth, and friendship.
Aww, that's so cute.
Thank you so much.
And to talk about your comment that life is really short and it feels really short, sometimes it does feel really short, but I feel like when we dwell too much on the past or too much on the future, we don't get to enjoy the moment. That's a really big tip that I can give you guys. I feel like I dwell too much on the future, and I also talked a lot and lived through a lot of my past that I can't get over. But I feel like now as I keep getting older, I start understanding that life is really not short but very long, and that it gives you a lot of opportunity for you to grow, and you're never too young or never too old to do whatever you want to do. Like I told you guys, I've always been a really big believer of manifestations and things that I want to do. So like the other day I kind of caught myself because I was watching David Dobrik's vlog and he went to the 7 wonders, which was going to one of the pyramids. And I've talked to you a lot about that. I've also wanted to go see the pyramids in Mexico and in, where's the other ones? Egypt. Yeah. I have always been like, I'm going to go there. I talk too much about the future of what I want to do that I know how long I have. I'm a very realist. Like I know when I'm going to be 30, like, or I know when I'm going to be 40. Like I know what my body's going to have. Like I'm going to be too tired. I'm going to be able to do this.
I'm gonna be more wrinkly.
Yes. So like, that's why I'm like, well, well, I want to travel now so that when I'm older, I could just travel to like the more calmer places.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, if I'm going to go to Egypt, like I know I'm going to have to fucking walk a lot. So that's why I want to do it soon. Or
Because
if I'm
when
going to
you're
go to
old,
Japan,
you're not going to be able to do that, babe.
Yes, and when I go to Japan, I want to be able to do all the go-kart racing. When I'm old, I'm not going to be able to do all of that. So that's why I live through the now of like, oh my God, I want to go here. I want to do that. I want to take the opportunity to do everything that I can because I know there's going to be a time where I won't be able to do certain things. I know life may seem short, but it really isn't short. You have a whole 365 days every single year.
Exactly.
So take advantage of those 365 days. I just put into my realistic head of how long 365 days is. And like when people are doing the 75-day hard challenge,
it's
or
only like
it's only 75
1/5.
days. Like it doesn't take that long. So like just chill it out. Take your moment. Take time. Life is not short.
It's because we're so used to wanting
You're so
like
used
this.
to, yes, we're so used to having everything at a fast moment. We're so used to also trying to keep up with the consumer lifestyle of wanting to buy like the newest thing and the newest life, that if we don't buy the newest thing, we're going to be stepping
like,
back from like the future or whatever the fuck it is. You know?
have time.
Yeah, we have enough time. Just take a chill pill. Take it slow
and enjoy the
moment. I feel like that's also what a lot of old people tell us. Take your time, enjoy your moment.
Enjoy every moment of it.
Yes, because I promise you, if once I'm 80 or like 85 or whatever, they're gonna be like, what's your advice? And we'll be like, I took it really slow.
So
I took my time. I enjoyed my moment. I also developed to be kind, developed to not be naive, developed to care about myself and the people that love me and the people that I love without any type of agreement or commitment. That's the life that I know that I want to live now. And I'm not going to be like, I wish I would have lived that calm life. Oh, woe is me. Like, fuck no. I want to take the advice of the old people that did have the opportunity to do it, because I don't want to go out this earth without feeling
like
the earth.
Yeah.
Like feeling like I'm like, fuck, like, I did the whole earth. I literally fucked the world. Like, no,
Bitch,
seriously.
I gave it all.
Yes, I gave it all. I gave everything that I wanted to see. A lot of people never want to go to like the Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to go to the Amazon, go to the rivers, maybe see like a tribe over there.
Maybe be a huge ass
me.
spider. Bitch, you're all on a
imagine?
stick. They're all turning you.
Yes, dude. And I'm also scared of really big animals. I never thought in a million years that I would want to go to. Where's that place where they have like really big spiders?
Oh my God, Australia.
Australia?
Honestly, I hate spiders.
But low-key, I would have thought to go.
I don't know. I still
Imagine, dude.
sometimes.
It's like,
I just need. Stop. No, I
dude, 'cause they're fucking
just imagine,
huge.
dude. Because if there were the spiders here, they'd be all over around here.
well, because our spiders here are very tiny. They're like cockroaches.
Yes, dude. I want to change the style of the spiders. No, honestly, whenever I see those videos on TikTok, I just scroll past it because I literally can't visually see that. I don't know how y'all Australians live that life with fucking spiders. I personally can't. But with talking about the future, I kind of want to touch base about the past. I feel like we always dwell so much of what went on with us about the past, of like, oh, they did this to me back then. Oh, they did this. Oh, I remember I did this when I was younger. All this stuff. I feel like sometimes we hold that grudge so much that it prevents us to want to do better and actually take it slow and take it day by day. And those are the moments where you need to look back and think back of like, why am I dwelling on this? Why am I holding
when
a
I'm
grudge
not
on
hurt
this?
anymore?
Why I'm not hurt?
When I'm not getting hurt anymore.
Exactly. And that's where the point where you need to take that moment to really reevaluate yourself and actually think about, do I really want to continue on with that kind of like mindset? Do I really want to continue on with that toxic like mental battle? Like, no, you need to move forward and just literally start fresh.
And not only that, it's a form of suffering. You're suffering.
It's
imagine suffering in hell. Girl, that means you're literally suffering now. That's literal hell. Your mental battle is hell.
Exactly.
So
and also like it does lead to a lot of mental challenges and like depression. A lot of people say that it is literally a silent killer. It's facts. It really is a silent killer. So honestly, with holding up so much emotion and just holding up so much of this grudge and this negativity on you, it literally will soon enough kill you. And that's something that you need to learn to let go. And it's not okay to just keep thinking that process. So as Danny said, live day by day, take it easy on yourself, and just live your life with no regret. And obviously, even when you're old, you're probably going to have like a few things you still regret. But as long as you're enjoying the moment.
I feel like for a very long time, I put myself in a place where I'm like, I regret doing this or I regret doing that. But low-key, I just don't regret it anymore.
It's just like,
it's just a life lesson.
Yeah.
It was really much a life lesson. You shouldn't regret anything that you've done in life because it's a life lesson. Either you're learning from it now or you're going to learn from it. But don't regret it because it's a part of God's path or like the earth's path for you. But this goes on to the next comment. This one's from at Ari_21 4G. Danny, you were 15 11 years ago. I feel like you are afraid to grow of age. Embrace it because most people don't live to see your age. And that's very true, but I
literally
also
what you said earlier.
Yeah, I also want to say that I do kind of sometimes feel like I live in a space of like that I'm still a little kid or stuff like that because I like Mario or no, I feel like even I still play with my video games and stuff like that and like all my little kid shit, but I still play Legos, I still do all of that, but I didn't have a full opportunity to live it when I was a child, so I'm gonna take full on opportunity to do it now. If I want to go to a fucking theme park and I want to be a Disney freak or a Universal freak, let me. Sorry that you don't want to anymore and you want to live an adult life and be miserable. Life isn't that fucking serious.
Do things
life
that make you
isn't
happy.
Yes, life isn't that serious. You don't gotta wake up and from your 9 to fucking 5 and be like, oh, I have to go to fucking work today. Make it interesting. Wake the fuck up, put your favorite song on, go to work happy, go to your favorite coffee shop,
wear your favorite clothes, wear your lucky jewelry, like do your hair.
Make everything fun.
Enjoyable.
Don't make anything suffering. People like to make it like, oh my god, like it sucks having a 9 to 5, but you know, when I had my fucking 9 to 5, you know what I fucking did every single time? I woke up fucking early as fuck. I woke up, showered, got myself ready,
got your favorite coffee,
got my favorite coffee, I jammed out to my favorite fucking music, and I had a good fucking day. Life goes on. I could do it again the next day. It's not that serious, bro.
It really isn't.
And sometimes I understand when it's like hardships and when you're like struggling, and I understand that because I put we were all in that situation. What makes you think I'm not struggling right now? But I try to make life as enjoyable as possible. Like I told you guys, I also like to take responsibilities for my actions so that I'm not dwelling on what, oh my god, I have to pay another bill, oh my god, I have to do this, oh my god. We spend so much time complaining when we can spend a lot more time being happy, so that we don't suffer with the complaining. Make everything fucking enjoyable, girl. Now I understand why my mom fucking got up at 7 a.m. blast up her fucking music just to clean, because my mom is fucking tired from coming from work and the least she wants to do is enjoy cleaning her house. That's what it is, girl. Like, be happy, don't worry. Be happy, don't worry. Suck a dick and make it less worry.
No, dude, and I have to agree with that. And like, I'm a complainer. You know damn well, bitch, I'm a fucking complainer. And I feel like Danny for sure like helps me a lot, putting that aspect of like, you need to start enjoying the things instead of being very negative Nancy. And I feel like that's another thing that I did learn for the year and what Danny did teach me, because even when we would work at T-Mobile, I literally would call Danny and be like, dude, I am struggling so hard, like I really don't want to go into work. And this was me first starting off, because at that time when I was first starting off working there, I didn't work with customer service at all. So even with socializing with people was so hard to get used to. Like I would get hella anxiety, y'all. And Danny literally would tell me like, dude, calm down, you're chill, listen to your favorite music. Like, you need to talk to yourself. Like, you are gonna be fine. Like, this is what I do. And honestly, ever since that and even till now, those are things that I do take into consideration, because it really does help. And going back to like enjoying things of what you want to do, it doesn't have to be like anything crazy like theme park or anything. Just go out on a walk, enjoy nature, go on a picnic, lay on the fucking blanket on the grass and just look up in the sky and just breathe in the fresh air that we don't admire each day. Those are the moments that you need to take in, and
or
those
enjoy your home.
Enjoy your room. And that's what I try to do. It's not something crazy like that you have to do. I like being outdoors. I like being out in nature, and sometimes I don't take those moments to actually be out there and do things like that, because I just get so stuck in like this fucking world of like this fast paced as we were mentioning, but this is the year where we need to take it slow, take it day by day, and just work hard, but be easy on yourself.
And once you take accountability for your actions, your life starts kind of like
Tranquilo.
Tranquilo, and then you're just not stressed because you're not avoiding any type of bill or like cleaning or like stuff like that. You're just kind of like, okay, I got it down. I know what I gotta do. Yeah. I'm chill. Like, it's just a responsibility I gotta do. Like, I don't complain to take out the trash anymore because I'm like, girl, I gotta do it.
It's my trash, bitch. I need to take it out.
I gotta do it. Yeah. And all I do is like, oh my God, I'm so excited because my trash cans are gonna be empty.
Yeah.
That's literally all I think about in my head. I'm like, my trash cans are gonna be empty finally.
Yeah.
And but that's the way that I think about it in my head.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, my trash cans are gonna be empty. It's not gonna smell. There's not gonna be a lot of bags in there. It's not gonna be leaking. Like
squirrels aren't being getting in there.
Yes, like animals
my
are not
dogs
gonna.
mad.
Like that's what I think about. Positive, like just positive everything.
And it's gonna be hard. Trust and believe. It's never gonna be easy, babes. It's just a cycle that you have to get acostumbrada with, and it's gonna take time. And just take it day by day. Make it like a one goal a day of something that you want to enjoy. By the end of the night, because I know some of y'all have kids, some of y'all have families, some of y'all are just really busy and tired. Literally, just one thing the whole day that you want to enjoy, just do that for at least like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, however long that you have. Just enjoy it because nobody can take that away from you. Only yourself.
How about how the Santa Ana winds are crazy right now?
Girl.
Now, y'all, the Santa Ana winds just hit California, and low-key, I actually didn't even know that the Santa Ana winds existed until Alan Ice told me about them, because I knew that there was a time frame of like in California when like the winds were crazy, but I feel like every single year it's been getting much more crazier.
Girl, blame it on climate change. It's bad. It's really bad.
And not only that, have you noticed that it hasn't even rained yet, and it's already January?
It literally should have rained already during like
it ends at least December.
Because last year in December, that's when it did rain on the Christmas party, and it was like, oh great, rain or whatever. But this year, low key, like it's been kind of taking a little long.
And the snow in Big Bear hasn't like reached yet. Like it's so crazy how literally in a year all of that can change. Literally. Well, and also, if you guys don't know what the Santa Ana winds are, let me kind of explain it a little bit. The Santa Ana winds are strong, warm, and dry winds that blow from inland deserts towards the southern California coast, usually in the fall and winter. Which, girl, we're still like
prolonged.
Yeah, it's taking a really long time because girl, we're about to hit spring.
Literally, dude, it's already the end of falls.
They form due to high pressure systems over the Great Basin and low pressure systems near the coast. These winds are fast, drying, and can spread wildfires quickly, while also bringing clear skies and low humidity.
And mind you, the Great Basin is basically in the mountains towards Nevada, and literally the wind goes in between the mountains, and when it comes down stronger and stronger and stronger and drier and warmer, and that's where it leads to low humidity and everything, which causes a lot of situations like wildfires and a lot of emergency situations. Now, this year has probably been the strongest that has ever happened. The last time that it was a strong winds like that was back in 2011, where it was 80 miles per hour and the gusts winds were up to like 167 miles per hour, like in San Gabriel Valley. But this year for sure is probably similar to what happened back then. And to tell you guys, it was bad. I have never seen wind that bad ever, even driving on the freeway with the wind. And mind you guys, the wind would actually happen more crazier at night. During the day, it was still strong. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was really bad. But at night, that's when it was like whoosh, whoosh. I personally try to avoid the freeways because obviously the trucks, those are very more like riskier of them tipping over and everything. And even when you're in the car, I see people just zooming through. I don't know how they could do that, bitch. Because you can feel your car fucking moving and everything. Around, And people that don't live in California, they think that these winds are like a nice, beautiful, because obviously it's clear skies and everything. But no, babes, like it's not enjoyable at all. You're getting like shit in your eyes.
And my face is like really dry right now.
Your lips get dry as fuck.
So my skincare fires like really need a change because
suffering.
these Santa winds.
And
Just kidding.
They're gonna buy me a whole fucking skincare routine, bitch. But yeah.
Well, if you guys have been living under a rock, the Santa Ana winds caused a really bad fire in Los Angeles.
A few.
And low key, right now, as it's looking like, there has been so many houses that have been burnt down. And honestly, all we can say is, God, please pray for the people that are fucking suffering right now, because this is one for the books, girl.
No, it really is. This is something that literally made history. California is a state of emergency with these fires, and I actually see a lot of firemen from Vegas. I don't know if it's true, but people even from Mexico are coming over
Mexico,
to help
some people
out.
are also from Mexico walking.
Yes.
Firefighters are walking. I'm like, no borders, girl. Like, girl, what? Mexico does not believe in borders and decided to just fucking come to California and help them.
Literally, and that's how it should be. Everybody should just be united in these moments. And I just appreciate the fact with everybody who is out here helping out over there, literally giving out food, donating food, and also making food, because I see food
time.
trucks.
Yeah,
and taking the time out of their day to actually help these people out. Obviously, we could do our part by, showing these links,
by sharing it all over social media, being aware, and also showing links of like donations and stuff like that, which we will leave in the description box below. So if you guys can donate, please donate to the wildfires. A lot of people have lost their homes. And if you guys don't know, a lot of insurance canceled their policy a couple of weeks before these fires, which was super weird. And hopefully they get their justice, because this is ridiculous.
Those insurances better be sued for that, because a lot of people literally relied on these insurances. Like, that's the point for this insurance, to help you out with your home just in case if situations like this happen. I actually saw someone on the news that they were like, my parents had these insurance for 15 plus years and they decided to just cancel it out of nowhere. Like, that honestly is just crazy to me and astonishing that it literally happens that way.
Almost 150,000 residents were evacuated and they were affected by this fire. So imagine that. This is of course not updated news,
right?
But it has been over 150 to over 180 approximate residents that had to evacuate and are affected by the fire. So a lot of these people don't know where to go. Don't know that they had to buy a new home, buy a new apartment, have to go live somewhere. So this has been a really crazy fire.
So the first major fire that literally is going crazy, this is going to go up on Monday, but this is the news from Friday that we got. So if there's any updates once this video is up, let us know, of course. The first one that has been gone really, really crazy is the Palisades fire, which is in LA County, obviously. And this is towards the west of Los Angeles. And the size that was burning was 17,000 acres, guys.
And what has been contained from that?
8% contained. But there has been suspicions of the cause, though. The cause was a suspect human activity. So it could be towards negligence or arson. I haven't found any new information about that, but if you guys have, please let us know. But that is also a reason of why that huge fire has been going on. Now, this other fire is not in LA County. This is in San Bernardino County near Pasadena, and it is called the Eden Fire. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the size of this was 10,600 acres burned, and 3% has been contained. Now, the cause of this one was actually electrical utility equipment sparks, and literally it destroyed neighborhoods in Altadena and Pasadena, and there was unfortunately 5 fatalities. It's so sad how these fires, literally, it spreads like this, guys, in an instant. These fires do not fucking stop. And obviously with the winds, it's not fucking helping. So it's just making it worse and worse. There's also 3 other ones that are, have been actually contained, majority of it. So I'm really happy that's been going on well.
Hopefully by the time that we upload this video, the percentage does go up where it has been contained. But for now, all we can really do is just pray for their families and hope that they will get through this. Because I do remember that one time in our neighborhood. No, it was in our neighborhood.
Oh, yes, you're right.
You remember when it was literally in our backyard? It was literally a bridge away. So we live on a major highway. They also have like a really big like canal. So that whole canal and that whole park was on fire, and we were literally on the bridge of getting evacuated. So I understand the fear that comes to everybody that is super scared. But please, if you guys need any help, we will leave all of the resources down below if anybody is affected in these fires, and our heart goes out to you and your families.
Yes, there has actually been a lot of people that has been offering their stables for like horses or for even for their pets. And also I actually saw this couple on TikTok that they literally rented out, booked a whole floor of just hotel rooms to anybody that needs one. Because yes,
we have reserved a hotel block of rooms here in Sherman Oaks. Please reach out to us. Please take advantage of it if you need. So many people caught off guard being evacuated. We're here for you. We have a large block of rooms.
Because yes, there is shelters, but for the amount of people that had to evacuate and lost their homes, sometimes the shelters, there's not enough room. There really isn't. So, we're grateful that there's families that actually are letting them into their homes and everything. And also, thank you to all the firefighters that are literally risking their lives putting these fires out. To tell you guys, there was actually over 7,500 firefighters that are literally in the middle of helping this out. That is so much help. And I just love how the community literally just unites, because obviously TikTok is our news, and besides X and all these news reporters and stuff, you could just see the amount of help that they do by hosing down their homes, hosing down their neighbors' homes. I even saw someone fill up a trash can full of water to take it to their neighbor's house to literally put down that fire that's by their house and everything. So honestly, I'm just really happy that everybody is there to just help each other out, and that's all we need. It's always these tough times where we all need to unite and just put everything off to the side and just, do what we can to help. So please, let's do our best to try to help out and be there for everybody. And thank you to all the vendors and everybody literally helping out with providing food for the firefighters, and also just helping out anybody who is struggling in these moments. So thank you to all of you guys. We really do appreciate it.
Now, with all the sad news going around the fire and, how bad it's been affecting a lot of people, how about how immigration is doing raids in
Kern County? Kern County is basically in Bakersfield area. Bakersfield has been a hot target for Border Patrol, literally invading people's Fifth Amendment right, first of all, and literally taking them. And what's so sad about it is that I saw online that they're literally going to Home Depot. They're going to even a gas station where it's most popular, where a lot of these farm workers literally go to get their lunch or to get their breakfast. And mind you, Bakersfield is literally a place where it's a lot of agricultural workers, a lot of farm workers. And that's where it's obviously a hot spot.
And not only that, it's also affecting the farm industry.
Yes.
Because a lot of the farm industry workers are immigrants.
Exactly.
And they are so scared to get caught by La Migra that they are not going to work.
Dude, it's gotten so bad that people don't even want to go to fucking grocery stores. They don't even want to go to any stores at all. I actually saw Graciela upload a TikTok where she went to the stores and it was absolutely empty. And it makes me so sad to that literally we're still going through that fear. And it's so irritating, the fact that these border patrols really think that they could just take advantage at that moment to just take these families apart,
especially with everything that is going on.
There's other things to worry about. Instead of y'all taking families apart, instead maybe go to LA County
and go help with the fires, Gate.
Literally, that's the least that they can do. They're literally worrying about the wrong fucking thing. And the reasoning for the Border Patrol for taking these families apart, their reasoning for this is because they're trying to take people back to where they came from, I guess, because of smuggling or for criminal offenses. But you know damn well the majority of these people are here just to make a living and just work hard for their families. And they're just here to make money. The thing that pisses me off more is that you know damn well most of these Border Patrol people don't know Spanish. They know they could easily take advantage of these people because they don't understand what the hell they're saying. They don't know what they mean. And obviously, as an immigrant and from my parents who were immigrant parents, I understand that fear of like, oh my God, a police is pulling over. Oh my God, like I have to follow what they say. Si no me va a salir peor. And that's the thing that makes me so sad. So obviously, here on the podcast, we are going to be giving you guys what you should do in that moment if you are in that position. When a patrol literally comes up to you and is asking for all these type of documentations, all this information from you, and you're not obligated to do so.
So the first thing, and I feel like the very important thing, because I feel like this is what intimidates a lot of officers, is record.
Yes.
Grab your phone, record everything. And
No
if they
matter
say, I'm recording too, perfect.
Good.
We're both recording for our both own personal
Safety.
Immediately
when they do come up to you guys, though, you have the right to remain silent. Now, this is very tedious because you do have to actually say it. You can't just be quiet and not just like that. You literally have to tell them, I have the right to remain silent. That's the first step that you do have to take.
You're not obligated to talk about your immigration status with absolutely anybody. Nobody is even supposed to be asking for that unless they have a warrant.
Yes.
Now, before all that, you have a right to legal representation. So if they do ask you for any of that, you can let them know you have a lawyer.
And
if you don't have a fucking lawyer, diles. Ellos no saben.
They don't.
¿Qué van a saber si tú tienes un lawyer, un abogado? Exactly. What if you're a lawyer y él no saben? Just let them know that you have legal representation so that they can be off your sack.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work, girl, it's also not required to provide them with information about your lawyers.
Oh, 100%. You can't at all. And even
you don't have to.
No, it's not an obligation.
So if they tell you, oh, show me who your lawyer is, you don't have to.
You don't have to at all. And then another thing that these Border Patrols are going to try to do is literally be like, get out of your car, and they start searching your car. That is when you literally have to say, I do not consent to any search or seize on anything within your property, within your home. If they do come to your home, though, you don't have to open the door. It's not an obligation at all. Unless they have a warrant, then unfortunately, that
warrant, just remember, because a lot of people don't know, a warrant needs to be signed by a judge.
Exactly.
And if you do not want to open the door because you are scared, let them put it under the door, put it through a window. You could put it through the Ring camera. Yes. You could do absolutely anything but open that door. Exactly. So just remember that you have your rights to protect. If I ever get pulled over, and I know that I have my residency here, but if I get pulled over by an immigration officer and they profile me and they think that, that I'm not supposed to be legally here, always carry your legal representation on you. Mm-hmm. Always carry your green card, always carry your visa, always carry all of that. Just to always just be careful and not prolong the detention, because uno nunca sabe, estos güeyes,
they will pull
any type of shit just for you to be back to where you're supposed to belong.
Exactly.
And I feel like these are very important little details, but I feel like you need to have all of your family informed with all of this. Also, remember very important phone numbers, because I feel like a lot of people don't remember phone numbers anymore. They all just kind of leave it on their phone, because
I remember it used to be in a phone book and everything.
Yes, so please remember your emergency contact, because if this does happen to you, you need to know who to call. And there is a website that we will leave down below, where if one of you or your family members did get taken by immigration, you're able to look them up. So please click the link down below so you have all of your resources. And of course, if this does happen to you, just try to see if you can seek legal advice from anybody to see what is your best case scenario. And remember to always stay informed. Stay informed with everything. Keep up with your local news. Follow a lot of creators or a lot of news creators that will keep you updated on a daily day basis. basis.
Yes.
Now, I know that the TikTok ban might happen. Try to follow anyone from Instagram or on X or on Blue Sky.
Or even just on the news in general. And just actually a new update that I did see also. They are actually moving up to also in Fresno and in what was the other state? It was basically in Fresno and a little bit more upward where, you know, the agricultural cities are usually at. And I just found out that there was actually Border Patrol in Santa Ana.
So you guys be very careful. You guys need to stay
Yes.
updated on all of this because I feel like this isn't a joke anymore and we just need to protect our own people.
It's happening literally everywhere, guys. And if you are in Santa Ana, this was actually yesterday. They were stationed at a gas station on Bristol and McFadden, Walmart on Harbor and McFadden. So please, please, please be aware of your surroundings. If you guys see any type of Border Patrol action anywhere, no matter if you're not involved or it is involved, though, but it doesn't matter. Please take a picture. Please record. Please send the coordinates of that moment on social media and just push that shit like if it was the news, because that's something that everybody needs to be informed about. It's very, very important that we just stay safe and we just take care of our families and we just make sure that our families stay united and we just work as a community to spread the word, because this is something that is very, very scary. I can share my experience, not with myself because, you know, I am fortunate enough to be a U.S. citizen, but I could understand the fear that it could go through in your mind. My parents, when they didn't have their documentations and were not residents here of the United States, I remember we would literally always avoid driving at night, driving to LA, even driving to my aunt's house was so scary because we never know if my dad's gonna get pulled over, and ahí sería el momento que they would separate us and stuff. So just knowing that there's still people living out with that fear, like it does make me really sad, and it makes me really emotional because I just hate seeing our community be separated like that. It just makes me really sad. That's why you need to be doing your part as well.
Just like how we do our part, you as well, because your voice is important as much as us.
Yes.
If you can't go out there and protest, then protest with your fucking goddamn phone on a tripod and talk about it. Talk about how much this is affecting you. Talk about how much this is affecting other people, the ones you love.
So with that being said, honestly, an advice that I would suggest is if you do have family members who are undocumented and don't know and panic on what to do when these border patrols do come up, I highly recommend printing out maybe the piece of paper and put it in their wallet or their purse. So when they pull over, they have that paper and they don't have to memorize it. They already have that paper of like, okay, esto es lo que puedo hacer. Remain silent. Okay, les puedo decir esto. Okay, this and this and this and that, because I feel like that's something that our older parents do tend to forget. Like you're so frantic at that moment that you don't know what to do. So I would say take the time to print those out for them and put them in their wallets or wherever, or in their car, de lo que sea.
Or mándale videos.
Yes, mándale videos. But I feel like it's so much better to just have something physical so they know what their rights are. Because when you're in that moment, dude, like I would be frantic. I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd be fucking panicking. Even with the cops behind me, I'm like, oh my God, am I okay? Am I good? Am I good? I'm already freaking out. So just imagine these people that are literally getting pulled over by Border Patrol that their moment, their life could literally instantly change.
These are good people. These are people that are feeding their families.
Yes.
Somebody is losing a father or a mother or a son or someone.
Or it could even be like
over what? Over what? Just wanting a better life?
Exactly.
Over what? Just trying to succeed? Just like how every single human being is trying to be? Like, that's just so disgusting. But I feel like there's nothing much that else we can say. All of our resources will be down below if you guys would love to donate or would love to just stay informed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode as much as we did. I know it was a heavy one.
But this is something that we need to talk about, and we wanted to make sure that it was here presented onto the podcast because obviously we have the platform. We have the privilege to be able to put this information out there. So same thing that we're doing our part. Please do your part and share this to anybody who you think needs that kind of information and stuff.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and that subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny,
at XO. And also don't forget to follow the TikTok and Instagram of Let's Talk Pendejadas. And let's not forget our positive affirmation. In unity, we find strength. strength together. We overcome, rebuild, and grow into a brighter future.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.